We have a claim that people are saying there's not many blacks in California. There's one thing I hate about self identity and forced identity, classification based on racist ideologies, that is not accurate. Okay? A lot of those Mexicans and other Latinos have African blood. Actually, California is the one state that was stolen, besides Texas, from Mexico, but it was stolen with a part black governor, Pio Pico, who had Afro Mexican, not African American, not Black American, Afro Mexican roots, besides indigenous Spaniard. He was Afro mestizo. And the founders, half of them were part African or fully African. Like Luis Cotero, he was fully African. And his granddaughter, who was a founder of Beverly Hills, she was part African, indigenous, and European. Maria Valdez. So when I hear this claim that there ain't many black people in Southern California, let's go to history. And one thing I want to see a gangster rap, as I was looking at a documentary of Blacks Against Gangster Rap, the same Baptist church in Harlem is the same church that Adam Clayton Powell Sr. was a pastor of, right? He, both of them, his son, like white people. They were mixed, like many of us, so we all mixed. But they somehow allowed Margaret Sackner, the racist eugenics, and I think she, besides the age, I think she was satanic too, who wanted to promote eugenics, who's paid by the Rockefellers to promote this. And no one's not questioning that. Why you mad at gangster rap? Should be. You should be mad about the ministers that took her ideology and bullied and spiritually abused members if they complain about this false doctrine in your church. Okay? And that's why. But let's go to the West Coast. See, why gangster rap blew up after the sadly evil success of Jerry Heller with NWA, and when NWA had stopped being together, and the last album was in '91, and No Vaseline came out in '91 by Ice Cube. Okay, this is in California. A lot of brothers who in gangs, whether blood or crip or other gang, was killing each other. And then you had Latino gang members who also have black blood too, would deny it. Yes, the Mexicans have black blood too. They were killing African Americans. They were killing their people, killing other brown people, but it was killing African American people too. And then you have white cops, African American cops who were coons, and Latino coons involved in LAPD County deputy gangs. This is why songs like "Cop Killer" by Ice-T and Body Count and Fuck the Police came out with NWA. Because the corruption, and don't forget the CIA was involved, and the LAPD was involved in getting drugs, crack cocaine in the African community along with the Hispanic community as well. So all this genocide come in, but there's one thing I mentioned earlier about this, and it was about Margaret Sackner's agenda, and there's abortion. While brothers and sisters too, but many brothers getting killed, locked up, you have sisters going to the Planned Parenthood to kill their babies. And not all them sisters were raped or grape, because I hate this editing mess on YouTube, because we should say it like it is, okay? The truth of the matter is, that was causing the genocide in our community was abortion. A bunch of women going there after getting freak on and having side dudes. So you wonder why California don't have Coco black folks there based on classification or identity or based on looks when actually the pure black person, if they do like a pure black person, but they have mixed ancestry, that doesn't make you pure black. Your DNA, your ancestry been destroyed. You just came out looking like your African ancestor if you're dark skinned with kinky hair, big lips, and wide nose, but your family tree is not 100% black, so you're still mixed. You can have kids that's lighter than you, okay, or different heritage than you, okay, because your gene pool been messed up since slavery. But you're talking about there's less black folks there. They left California. There's a lot of homelessness there, anti-blackness there. But also what caused it was abortion. The reason why there's more Latinos in California, and there are Latinos who are not Catholic. I get tired of hearing that narrative that African Americans who are Catholic. I'm actually one of the African people who are Catholic. I became Catholic at 13 years old. I left the Baptist church and I left voodoo and witchcraft as well because I started practicing that when I was 9, 10, 12 years old. And I became Catholic. And one thing I learned that abortion is not tolerated when it comes to our doctrines. But in the Baptist and Protestant churches, the Catholic churches, the Protestant churches that have the African American descent, you have people who believe in abortion. And you have pastors who don't believe it, but they're outnumbered. Ever since Jesse Jackson, even though he was aborted, about to be aborted, yeah, he was about to be aborted, his brown, the tall, mixed American black mama had an affair with a high yellow mulatto man. That's Jesse Jackson's daddy. And he was going to pay, because it was illegal at the time, to get her abort the baby. And for she said, no, I'm not aborting my baby. And that's how Jesse Jackson was born. Jesse Jackson, when he was running for president, took the demonic oath by Planned Parenthood back in the 80s. And ever since then, because back then, everybody hear this, the black woman having, black Americans not pure black, but we use here a little terminology. The black American woman having so many kids out of wedlock. When white women was going to the abortion clinics. Okay, that's why a lot of white folks don't exist. White women, when they were doing their hot girl summer, more, and love you baby, somebody done something was that sex revolution. They was going to abortion clinics to keep their affirmative action. Remember, affirmative action was made for white women. Okay, white women have their own businesses. They can't be a mother, don't have a daddy at home, take care of their child. So you gotta go get abortion. And I'm not saying that it's okay, I'm not gonna, but that's their mindset. Was over, we gotta go kill the baby. Women with fame. Remember with fame? Remember the brother with the cornrows and stuff, that white, that bluesy white woman at the school? She aborted that baby. Why they made that doggone movie and mention that? Because, remember Jane Roe vs. Wade? She came out and admitted that she lied. The whole reason why Nixon made abortion legal, okay, remember he was a Republican, not a Democrat, was to get rid of black bastards because she claimed a bunch of brothers, bunch of cocoa black men raped her, and then here in Texas they allowed abortion to be legal. But they did not know they were going to reverse and hit the white population, and white women who had partners with white men were aborting their babies. They want to keep that job, keep that career on, because they was afraid they have to take care of a baby and take care of a job too. And there's nobody watching the child, so you can't bring your child to work with you. Okay? Nobody, when people promote condoms, it was a BD before the AIDS came in. When AIDS crisis came, that's when people started promoting condoms. By you had TLC working for Clive Davis, putting condoms on themselves. You had Salt and Pepper talking about they're talking about sex, talking about AIDS. I remember in the 90s, condoms. Madonna talking about condoms. The rubber, the Jimmy hair. And it's sadly, nobody ain't doing it. I'm not defending fornication because that's against God too. But if you're going to fornicate, they ain't putting the rubber on. You still can get AIDS in the mouthpiece if you're sucking down and we have rubber for that too. If you're going downtown by SWV voice. So my question is, do you know why there's less African American people? It's not just the brothers getting killed by other brothers or Latino dudes shooting them in gangs or cops shooting them. Okay? It's because you have sisters going to the abortion clinic and killing them babies down in California. In California, it's a form of Californication. Okay? Porn is big down there in California. The porn. Yeah, that's right. Porn. Give me California. Whatever the song from right here, people was saying. Okay? Californication. Yes, everybody trying to have sex, orgies, and all that stuff. They don't want to take care of them kids and know who the baby daddy is. And when I say that to all women who do that, not because not African American women, Latino white women do the same thing. Asian. So the babies are being killed in the womb, and they're getting trafficked. The body parts, and that's why Kamala Harris went and got that man in trouble who exposed that there was organ harvest on babies. Remember that white woman was at the meeting and she was eating food, talking about, yeah, we do sell body parts, and like you would throw up if you had a restaurant here and there. But she was so cold with it, right? Satanic people, church people who are involved in Satanism, who do sacrifice on them babies. So when you hear about the decline of black folks, think about that. And that's why they both come out, because I knew, besides her putting brothers in jail and Latino brothers in jail, and they did to women, to the way of the debit gangs acting a fool, because there was under Kamala her being a prosecutor. Let's call it like it is. She tried to throw that white man. Then he did go to jail. And Barack Obama talking about God bless the USA after they exposed the fact that babies getting killed. That's against God. But you remember, demographically targeting was African people, because Nixon said, I want to kill them black bastards. That's why you have the decline of black people in California. You heard what I said? See, nobody want to talk about that discussion. Everybody want to talk about no. It's because you had so many sisters going to the boy. They slept with some dusty. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, stereotype, some dusty ass brother. I'm sorry to the end where dusty ass nigga that they chose to put their dick in, their pussy in. So I be nasty up here. And went to the abortion clinic and killed that baby. And how made it happen? That's why you see a decline of black folks in California. And why even vote for that old crazy bitch Kamala, because she was part of that situation. Because she should have thought too. That's why she had Megan Thee Stallion. And knowing that you're going to bring Megan Thee Stallion to Atlanta, Georgia, when there are a lot of sex transmitted diseases cases. Oh yeah, how Atlanta, Georgia? The freak Nick. Then in church, some Satanic church doing a black mass down there, doing a campaign last year. She know what she doing. Y'all not looking at that. Baby. We thought that it was just some sinful person just being sinful. No, these people have an agenda going here, baby. That's why I support Tyler. Had nothing to do with her being colored. I identify as mixed too. I'm African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, Irish, Scottish. I don't care about. I'm glad that she said she mixed. We must do the same thing. Stop saying we people black, we not people black, we mixed race black people. But the point is, they're trying to delete our population, and they do it with abortion, baby. Abortion. How many abortion clinics besides liquor stores in the hood, and fraternity clinics in the white neighborhood? And the white woman go get abortion, she go early in the morning so you won't see her ass, kill her baby. But they trying to get sisters and Latinas do it. Trust me, how I know about they gonna get Latinas? Back in 2010. If y'all from Houston, remember the workforce right there on Bar and Bethel. They got that rid of their workforce. They needed workforce because against all that prostitution and crime going on Bar and Bethel and Southeast Side. They told me, I'm trying to get the hell out of my grandma's house at 30 years old, going 31. I think I was 31 at the time. So they told me to go over there. So they talked to this white woman. I'm getting unemployed benefits. I said, I cannot take this job. You bilingual. Yeah. Well, Planned Parenthood, I said, no. This, remember, the second largest Planned Parenthood is here in Houston. And they make sure to put it right there by 3rd Ward, South Park, Magnolia, East End, Southeast Side. All that's mostly African American and Hispanic. African American and Hispanic. Trying to get sisters Latin to delete their babies. Decline the population. I told everybody I can't do it. It's against my religion. I know that it was about some racial eugenics until I saw that documentary Black Genocide. And everybody get mad Martin King's niece being a Republican. Don't get me wrong, I don't agree everything Abita King says. And she was on EWTN. And remember, that's the Catholic version of TBN. And I ain't the perfect Catholic Christian. Okay, I know I curse and all that, I ain't supposed to do that. But I used to watch The World Over with Raymond Arroyo. And Raymond, he's not Latin American Hispanic, he's Italian and Spanish Creole. And I do believe he got some Negro. I seen that nose change over the years, like Michael Jackson's nose. Or I keep an eye on that. He got Negro blood. He had the Evan brothers. One of the was Evan Eric Evan brothers sing with him Christmas music on EWTN. Why he chose that Creole family? Yeah, Aaron Neville. Yeah, the Neville brothers are Creole. They're African American, Native American, French, and Spanish Creole. Anthea Neville, she's a Republican now. She was the first black woman to succeed in CNN. Now she on Fox News. She Creole. She has Spanish blood too. Everybody plays the fool sometime. Okay, yeah. The Nevin brothers are Creoles, and they got Hispanic blood from Louisiana. So Ravens Arroyo back in 2010 or 11 had Aaron Neville sing Christmas music with him. I don't forget that. See, I used to watch EWTN a lot. Okay, I used to watch EWTN a lot. But when Bud and Angelica died and Raymond Arroyo just went crazy with this Republican stuff, trust me, it just because you're trying to bring a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant narrative and mix it with Catholicism. I don't like that. Okay, and I'm an ex-Protestant. I don't like that. But just to point out, Avita King, who's still Protestant, okay, she's a Martin King's niece. She will go on world over, and I used to watch her, and she mentioned that the biggest Planned Parenthood here in Houston, Texas, that's the second largest, and they doing it to get black identified women and Latinas. I already know, because they asked me, since you're bilingual, do you want to you need this job? And I said no. And trust me, thank the Lord, I did not take that job. Because now I be getting women, sisters, Latinas, speaking Spanish about killing your kids. No, I'm not cooning, baby. I'm not cooning. And it's going to pay me good, baby. A full-time position. I'm not lying. And I declined that job because I know I ain't the perfect. I sin, but that's a sin I'm not going to commit. Killing babies and what. I did not know about the satanic cults taking them babies and using them for something. I did not know that. You knew that it's against my religion. And I remember I didn't vote in 2000. I did vote for Barack Obama, and I voted for John Kerry, but I did not vote during presidential election in 2000 when they had Gore and Bush, because I wasn't for Bush. Bush, the son, cokehead, he was coming third ward. Rumor about him coming third ward and get some coke. You remember his daddy was CIA. He Republican. He the one bought him, and Reagan was the one that bought the cocaine, crack. Everybody talking about drug cartels. They the one formed the cartel down there in Latin America, in the Caribbean. Okay? Oh yes, they did. They did. Okay? And Nixon, we all know Nixon and Johnson is the reason why the Republican Party and Democratic Party have a lot of corruption. See, Republican Party was on the African descended people's side, but the party shift, and when Democrats became Republican, Republican became Democrat. John F. Kennedy was a good Democrat, okay? Was a good Democrat. You've got his wife was a high yellow sister, passing for white before Michelle Obama. Yes, I said it. Jacqueline Kennedy was a sister. She told New York geology people to say that her mixed black ancestry was Jewish as a cover up, okay? But she was passing for white to help us get our segregation. Use her husband. I'm hearing rumors that it's the Jews that killed. No, they didn't. I'm hearing Italian mob killed Kennedy. No, they didn't. The Ku Klux Klan killed Kennedy. That's why Elijah Muhammad, with his nasty self, sleeping with underage girl, mostly yellow bone, but he just never dark skinned one too. Barely 18, told Malcolm X to hush about that chicken color roost joke. Because H.L. Hunt, the Klansman in Dallas, Texas, was paying Elijah Muhammad promote this little stupid segregation bullshit. And remember, they killed Robert Kennedy, and they killed John Kennedy, and they killed Malcolm X, and they killed Martin Luther King. And Johnson was behind it. Johnson was a Klansman. And then they brought in Nixon, and he pushed the abortion agenda. He was Republican. See why the Democrat Party and the Republican Party is messed up? Because the two Klansmen, yes, I do believe that Nixon was Klansman. We know that Johnson was, but it was helping a Klansman called H.L. Hunt, barely educated, was wealthy, to buy all the oil and gas industry. In Dallas is the worst racist part because a lot of them Klansmen who was hillbillies, who's in the farm, they learned business from H.L. Hunt. And one of the family owns NFL, right? I'll make stuff up. So that's all I gotta say about California not having black. Do your research.